Welcome back, everybody. This is Wings of Wax, and we are playing Slay the Spire. So last episode, we were able to pick up a Shuriken, which was able to get us to potentially go down the strength build. But then we were led down a different path. We were given a barricade as our last choice. So this is going to be conflicting. So we do have two options to be able to go down. Obviously, this will be good no matter what. We have an anchor to be able to almost always be able to trigger this Shuriken whenever that pops up. But we have barricade if we decide to go down the defensive route and find like entrench and stuff like that. So I'm actually pretty excited. We do have Velvet Choker, which, you know, does choke you. That is literally what it does. Because you cannot play more than 6 cards per turn. And you get an additional energy at the start of your turn. So we're going to start with 4 mana. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. We already fought the crafty elite that gave us our emerald key. So, where are we going? I don't mind fighting elites here. This is the only option that actually gives us 2 elites to be able to battle. The issue is there is no store. Which I think I'm okay with not finding a store right away. That's fine. I like the option to be able to fight 2 elites, though, this early. Yeah, I think we go for this. Alright, Thievery. These guys are quite a pain in the butt, but, like, we get the barricade, but the barricade's not really going to do too much for us anyways, so I think we just go for Strike, Anger. Like, we just don't have enough cards that fully take advantage of it yet. So it's better we just don't focus on it right now. It's kind of just like a dead draw at the second, but we're going to start leaning towards it if we ever get the opportunity. If we get the opportunity to cast it and not take damage, which we can't do that against these guys, but we will, but we just are not there yet. So this will not kill you. This has to be cast on you, so there we go. Prevents 10 damage being dealt to us, you know. Reasonable enough, right? Right. Do I want to put an Anger on top? I think that's worthwhile. And I'm just going to take all the damage from them because I just don't want them running away with my gold. Headbutt number 2, right? Number 2. Is that worth it? Probably. Wild Strike's also not terrible. But I kind of like, you know, having the headbutts so that way if we actually do find a really good defensive card, we can potentially go for it. So it is worth it for us to go for this barricade here. It is worth it for us to go for the defend here. And we'll just, you know, apply a couple of points of damage there. Unfortunately, you have 3 negates on you, so that is going to be an issue. Which we might as well go for this. This deals 10, though. Yeah, we'll go for this, then. That makes more sense. For 2 mana, we'd cast the other 2 cards. It would obviously take an extra... It would take a negative debuff or an artifact off of him, but it would only deal 6 damage instead of 10 damage. So it basically, that's the reason why Bash was just better, because it dealt 4 extra damage compared to that 2 mana spent. I'm game for this. Alrighty, we're going to take some damage here, but we should have this a little bit more managed by now. So, and obviously our block is frailed at the moment too, so that is the other issue behind all of that. Maybe I should have saved that Twin Strike towards the end, deal more damage. That probably was a mistake. Alright, buddy. You're putting up some block here, but you're probably dead because you are vulnerable here. So yeah, we're taking some extra hits. Ooh. We get Sword Boomerang. That is really good with the strength increase. Unfortunately, though, that takes us further away from having to go for the barricade. Not that that really should be a deciding factor here, but I actually just like... that's the only strength enabler we have, so I'm not sure that Sword Boomerang is actually going to be worthwhile to take here. I don't think any of these cards are really super duper beneficial to us. Sword Boomerang is fine, but that would have been the only thing that I was really considering there, but it still wasn't really worth it. I would like to pop this regen potion since this fight's going to go on for probably a little while. Yes, I would like to defend. I would probably like to put an anger back on top of my deck. Let's go. And like I said, Barricade doesn't really necessarily need to be played here, so dealing all this damage I think is just more beneficial to us right now. I would like to put another anger on top so we can get a strength bonus. You are vulnerable to forever, my friend. Forever. Forever, ever. Forever, ever. And you are dead. Oh, man, we're not getting any defensive cards. Do we go for the feed? Cleave or feed is really what this comes down to. We already have enough 2-mana cards to be able to warrant not taking the Perfected Strike, and also we've also reduced, we've reduced all of our strikes too, so feed is just really good, right? Like, I can't be upset not taking feed. I have to take feed here, yeah. And we also have 2 headbutts to be able to potentially set it up too, so let's go. We find some potions, woo! That's actually insane for us. Duplication potion is probably better than the second power potion. Probably. I say that with a question mark because I'm not sure. I think that's correct. All right, we're gonna be taking some damage here. So let's start with a power card. Is that right? I think that's right. You get metallicize or combust. Interesting. I like metallicize because we don't really have a lot of block anyways in this deck right now, so. And I would love to have that as a card in our deck, but you're being mean, game. You're being really mean. All right, we can take this guy out of the sky. Let's do that. These both deal same amount of damage. Make sure we can kill him on the following turn. Man, that's unfortunate. You're giving us Twin Strike to kill this. Ugh. It's not fun. Fine. You know what? That's fine, I guess. I guess I could have just, like, waited another turn, but I don't think it would have really benefited us that much. Yes, I would like to make you vulnerable and weak. I can't cast this. Unfortunately, we drew both headbutts. We could put, like, clothesline and uppercut on top of our deck? Question mark? We don't get the strength bonus from that, though. I do think uppercut is worthwhile. Be able to apply some more vulnerable and weak. I think we put anger on top. Man, I wish we could have set up the feed, though. That's too bad. We can set up the feed, though, for next turn, unless you were just dead here. Yeah, you're just dead here. Never mind. It's not worth taking the damage in. Man, you are just not giving me a difference of cards to go with this barricade. You're like, no, you don't get to play the entrenched barricade deck. I'm so sorry for your loss. Like, Twin Strike is just, like, the best card here. Pommel Strike, though, is pretty decent, too, but we don't have any, like... We only have 1 0-mana card, which is the Anger, to really take advantage of it. Problem is, we're filling our deck with all these aggressive cards. And getting further and further away from the dream. So in other words, that rare that we took is just a dead card. It's literally just a dead card right now. And every choice you're giving me is all aggressive stuff. So I think we have to go for this Twin Strike, though. We're at 38. We have a weak potion and we have a duplication. So this can kill one. It can kill the guy that's dealing 9 damage. So at least that's something. which means we can probably just weaken him. Prevents 6 damage being dealt to us, so that's worthwhile. I don't like my options here. I don't like them one bit. We have one more combat before we get to a fire, so I just have to, like, preserve my life total. I guess that means that I probably have to use my potions here. I don't really want to use the thorns, but I'm okay with, like, the duplication potion. It's just, obviously, it's not worth it for us to go over duplication on defend, so, like, do we duplicate bash on this guy? And just take our 16 damage? It's probably worth it. There's only so many potions that are good against the heart, and, like, holding on to liquid bronze against the heart, I feel like is worthwhile. So we can kill him. It's probably worth it. Yes. And yes. Alright, strength up. So he's not really doing anything this turn, which is good for us. We can disarm him to make sure that he's not dealing a ton of damage. I would like to put... You have how much weak on you? Man, I wish we had uppercut. I think clothesline is... Oh, no, we do have uppercut. I'm just blind, that's all. No worries. We do have uppercut. Uppercut is just a really good card, right? Yeah. 12 damage will kill you. So we can gain some HP. Oh, we don't gain HP off of you. Why do we not gain HP off of that? That is rude. That is so rude. I am very upset. I have to kill this. I guess I don't technically have to kill that. He's going to be defending and buffing, I believe. I think that's what the red shield is for. Which means you're going to deal extra damage. So yeah, we should just kill you. So that way he doesn't really do anything next turn. Alrighty. Let's go. Unfortunately, we had to use the uppercuts, but worse things, you know, worse things. Better to go for the clothesline since he actually is, yeah, this deals more damage too. We can go for this. Actually, I could have gone for both. That was stupid. That was really stupid, David. What are you doing, sir? So that was a slight misplay, but let's see if we can still squeak this out. And we can. It worked out. How come feed didn't work on being able to kill that guy? I don't understand. We do get Ornamental Fan, which is actually pretty good. Every time you play 3 attacks, you gain 4 block. So kind of coincides with the Shuriken, so we get like double the extra value out of that. And I think we're leaning towards going for a strength build. So Sword Boomerang is probably the take here. Blood for Blood's pretty good though, but Sword Boomerang. We keep getting offered the strength card. Like, we should take the strength card. The one that gets buffed by the strength, that is. Boom, boom, and boom. Which means I should have saved that Twin Strike. You gotta remember. Otherwise, you're gonna make just stupid plays forever. Thank you. That's what I was hoping for. I just wanted that one to die. Yes. And yes. And... do we put another anger back on top? Do we go for the uppercut instead? Like, we're probably going to be drawing one of the two, either clothesline, I can't look at it, clothesline or bash next turn. So I don't think we actually necessarily need the uppercut. So I do think that anger is probably for the best. Sword Boomerang is also a good choice too, but this one might actually just trigger us to get an additional strength, as well as an additional armor from the Ornamental Fan. Technically, this kills you. But the problem is then we can't... This deals 8, this deals... So 16. So 28 damage? Okay, let's do that then. Boom. Boom. And boom. Awesome. And we should just bash him to try to set it up so we can kill him next turn. We're going to take 5, though, for doing that. But we have a campfire after this, so not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. We don't have like an anger to be able to take advantage, so we just kill you. Oh, awesome. We have like no defensive cards, which explains why our life total is so low right now. We have not gotten like any defensive cards. Shockwave is fine, but we have so many 2-mana things to do already that I don't even think it's worth it. Like, we take a Twin Strike if we take anything here. And that's just because it takes advantage of the actual strength, which we haven't been taking advantage of the strength with Twin Strikes. I will be the first one to admit that, and I realize that is a mistake that I'm trying now to desperately make sure I don't make again. I just don't think we take anything because like we need defensive cards probably. Yeah, I think that's how we roll here. Need to rest. I don't feel comfortable at that life total, so Tori is actually great against the heart. Yeah, we have to take that over the Sapphire Key here. That is kind of unfortunate. Like, there's no reason for us to actually go for the upgraded barricade. It hasn't done anything for us. It just, like, I want to upgrade it so bad, but, like, we only have 4 defensive cards in the deck. I guess you can count Disarm, but, you know, that doesn't really count, in my eyes, at least. I think we should take a recall. That's just funny. Oh man, if we were ever to pull the trigger on a liquid bronze, this would be it. This would be it. You know what? I think I have to here. Like, he's going to deal so much damage to us over the course of this game. And he deals multiple increments. Yeah, we have to. And I don't, like I said, I don't think Barricade's actually going to do it for us. I am so sad that we can't get this Barricade to work, but like, I can't like keep trying to make it work. No. That's not the first one you cast. We're not going to be feeding this guy, I'm pretty sure. So I think we actually just take the damage or deal the damage to him. We have the anger, which I can set it up for potentially next turn. Yeah, I think we do set up the anger for next turn. That way we actually get the strength bonus. We can take advantage. There you go. I did it. We did it once. Does that count for something for you guys? I hope so, because oh, I just kind of screwed myself there, didn't I? Yes, as more reasonable than I think just going for a clothesline. Which means we can go for this, we can go for this, and we can go for this. We'll take 5 here, which actually is taking 1 because of the Tori. Tori's been really good. Do we need to bash? I don't think we need to. We can set up another strength instead. What would we rather have on top? Probably just another anger, right? Yeah, I think so. 2. And we're preventing a little bit more damage this turn. Alrighty, we have Dead Branch, which is another another direction to go in. So whenever you exhaust a card, add a random card to your hand. This basically like enables like the exhaust strategy. It's pretty funny that we get that. We get Flame Barrier. I think we have to take that. We just haven't been offered like any any defensive cards whatsoever. And now that we have the Flame Barrier, do we upgrade the Barricade? No, we actually upgrade the Flame Barrier. Did I get you on that one? I think I did. Gotcha. All right, 363 gold. What do we get? We don't really have any powers to fully take advantage of. This is unplayable status cards are now playable. And they get exhausted, which means that actually works with Dead Branch. We don't have any defensive cards here. Again, the game is just like, no. You don't get defensive cards. I'm so sorry for your loss. We actually don't have any AoEs technically either. I don't think we need it though with all the aggression that we have. Like the Reaper is fine, but I think like Medical Kit for all the statuses that we end up getting later down the line is probably worth it. It also exhausts them too, so it like enables Dead Branch. Which at that point, what do we take? Like Entropic Brew is actually really good. We can Entropic Brew and card removal service. I don't think Offering is worth it. It is a good card, and I would say it's like arguably good in just about any deck, but the loss of life compared to how much like momentum you get from it, I don't think is really worth it majority of the time, especially if we have like no defensive cards. If we had some more defensive cards, I would definitely take it, but I just don't think it's gonna fit for this. Maybe I'm wrong, because we do have Dead Branch actually, and so it does actually work with the exhaust. We would take what? Probably Offering and a card removal service if we end up doing this. Because we can't take a Reaper. I think I would have taken Reaper if it was, you know, 100 gold or less or whatever, or 110 gold or less, because I want to be able to card removal service here and get rid of a strike so that we can try to find more of our defends and stuff more frequently, or just our better cards in general. Like, we know we're doing this. It's just between Offering and Entropic Brew. Because Entropic Brew, being able to fill all of your empty potion slots with random potions, is really, really good too. This is a one-time use, though. This is a multiple-time use. Well, over the course of many combats. It's only a one-time use per combat. You know what? I think we take Offering here. my HP, it hoits. It hoits so much. Upgrade a card, because I do not want to become pained. While in hand, lose 1 HP whenever you play another card. No, thank you. I think not, sir. I think not. Oh, Barricade. I keep staring at you, buddy. Unfortunately, I wish this would get an extra energy. Instead, it's draw 5 cards. If it was like draw 4, gain 3, I definitely would upgrade this, but it's not worth it at that point, so not where it's at. Sword Boomerang, though, is pretty reasonable. Like, do we just go for the Barricade in hopes that we can actually be able to cast it one day? Reducing the mana cost is worthwhile. It's either that or go for, like, Disarm. I think Disarm and Barricade are the two choices here. Well, this being 3 mana right now means we're never going to cast it. So, whereas this being 1 mana still means we're still going to cast it. So I think we do this. Do I think it's a good choice? No. Well, it didn't matter. I forgot we get to campfires here. I was thinking that was the campfire. That was a question mark. I see. Silly, goofy goober there. Just the goofiest of goobers. Pipe Dream. So we're getting rid of that. We get a Combust. Okay, I'll go for that. That sounds reasonable enough. Maybe we should have considered this, but I don't think we're going to need it right away. We do get the Barricade. Barricade Clothesline. Do that or go for Clothesline and Twin Strike Headbutt. Putting Uppercut back on top of our deck. I just don't think we're going to be able to take advantage of the Barricade. Like, that's really what it comes down to. I actually want to deal the damage to one of these. Yes. Which maybe I should have targeted them first and probably put the headbutt on them. Yeah, that probably would have been this. No, I wanted that. That is rude. How dare you? That is so incredibly rude. Cannot believe this guy. This guy right here. This guy. Alright, we get strength, but we also get 4 armor, which is the or block. That's the reason why I went for that over the block there. Okay, well, this is a pretty clear turn, right? And obviously we're going to be killing this, which doesn't really matter what we do. We get Offering. Yeah, worth it. Let's go. Go for it. Get another Defend. And get Rupture, too, because of the exhaust. Yeah, Rupture is actually going to be really good, especially since we already have Combust down here. I think we do go for the defend because it just prevents more damage. Have we done any damage this? Yeah, we killed one. So we've already played one attack. Yeah, 1 and 1. Okay, so we can still cast 2 more things here. So 1. I should have went for the double twin strikes. I didn't realize I had 2 of these in my hands. Oh no! Oh no! Choker! We just choked ourselves. That's the first time that's come up. That is the issue with taking Offering, is it does set up for choked out turns. We gotta keep that in mind. So whenever we cast Offering, we have to remember Velvet Choker. I have to remember that. I have to. What is he doing here? He's buffing himself to be able to attack probably next turn. Yeah, Uppercut is definitely the best choice. Oh, we don't even have Barricade up. Dirt. Yep. Flame Barrier, go. Disarm, probably. Dead Branch. Giving us Offering. We could find some more block there, but we're, at the same time, we're losing 6 HP to be able to cast this. I don't know if this is necessarily a turn for that. Sword Boomerang just deals a ton of damage. +2 vulnerable. Thank you. Thank you for that. So that was painful. I don't know if you noticed. It was very painful. I think we should go for the Offering here. And remember, we have Velvet Choker. Choke. This is only dealing 23. Chokey. Is there any of these cards that we actually want back on top of our deck? Yes, we want Sword Boomerang actually back on top of our deck. Okay. We have Strike here. We have 3 cards left to cast. And just making sure we're doing the actual correct plays. And he's dead. Nice. Alrighty. We have Impervious. Oh my god, if there's ever a time and a card that's needed for for our Barricade, Impervious to the rescue. Thank you. Our deck is very weird right now. We do have 4 whole mana. I don't think Sozu is actually going to be helpful. I think actually Runic Pyramid, though, will be. I do like Calling Bell, though, being able to get 3 relics, and you end up getting a curse which cannot be removed from your deck, in case you're wondering. But doesn't actually have any negative effects other than just being it can't be removed from your deck, so... Calling Bell is actually reasonable. I don't think we need the extra mana. I feel like setting us up for a Runic Pyramid to be able to just keep cards into our hands, so that way we can try to, play them on the correct turns we actually need them, is more beneficial than having the extra mana, since we already have an extra mana from Velvet Choker. And if we take Sozu, we're probably going to trigger Velvet Choker, like, all the time, and it's going to hurt us more frequently, especially with the Offering in our deck. So let's go for the Runic Pyramid here. Which means the Offering is probably not going to go very well with the Runic Pyramid, so that's something to keep in mind. But that's going to do it for this episode, though. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. It does super duper help out the channel greatly. It provides me with some extra gusto to be able to want to record some more episodes, so all the support that I've been receiving lately has made me want to keep going and keep recording more episodes. That's why you've been seeing more consistent episodes. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to do something positive today. Make sure you do something that is positive yet also healthy, I should say. Go out for that walk. Cook something at home for yourself. Do something that is actually like somewhat healthy, but something that's one thing that's positive for your day. That being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you next time. Good luck, and grind on, everyone.